Today we're at Fort Chadbourn for the groundbreaking of the Fort Chadbourn Visitor Center, which will be known as the Roberta Cole Johnson Building, as well as the ribbon cutting for the Butterfield Stage Station that is the only restored stage station in the state of Texas. And the significance of today is that Fort Chadbourn was established by the military in 1852. When the military left, it reverted back to private ranch land and stayed in private hands and was not open to the public for at least a century. But Lana and Garland Richards opened the fort to the public when the Texas Forts Trail was reinstituted in the late 1990s. And since that time, they have restored this fort, they have made it available to the public, they have offered tours, they have had events that have shared the history of Fort Chadbourn and the history of the frontier of Texas with literally hundreds, if not thousands, of visitors, school children, tourists, and folks visiting through this part of Texas. The significance of the visitor center means that now the artifacts that have been collected and cataloged and carefully stored will now be available to be on view to the general public. And that'll help with the interpretation and telling the story of this place and the people who've been here. And those people range from the Native American Indians who stopped here on the banks of the creek nearby here, the frontier soldiers, the travelers who came through the Butterfield Stage Station, and then the ranching that occurred here. And through that visitor center, folks will gain a better understanding of our heritage and who we are as a people, whether that be as Texans or as Americans. The Butterfield Stage Station, the ribbon cutting, and the significance of that is that here again, that was in ruins, and the Fort Chadbourn Foundation has been able to restore it so that today we can have an idea of what it was like to travel 100 years ago across this country when it was by mule or by horse, not the modern conveniences of an air-conditioned car. And to think about the changes in transportation and again how that led to the development of our state and of our country. So it's a very exciting day today. It's exciting to see what has happened at Fort Chadbourn over the last 10 years. And this is just another milestone in the success of the restoration of a historic site.